What's up, everybody? This is the E-Man 25,000 here, and I don't know about you, but I love iced coffee. And if you're like me, for the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years, I've had to go out to Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts to get my iced coffee fix. Well, I scoured the internet, and I finally bought a product I've been looking at for a while called the Hyperchiller. Now, this is Hyperchiller V2. And just as a disclaimer, this is not a sponsored video. I have no affiliation with the product or the company, but it's just something that I found online that I really wanted to share with you because it's a really quick and easy way to make iced coffee in your home. So first, I'm gonna make a cup of iced coffee, and then I'll clean it up and literally break the product apart so you can see how it fits together. So let's get started. So this is the Hyperchiller V2 right here. Now, I've just poured a hot cup of coffee from the Keurig, and I'm gonna use this thermometer, which is used to test my family for coronavirus, to take the temperature of the hot coffee. Now, it looks like the temperature is high. Okay, so here's how Hyperchiller works. There's a couple of chambers filled with ice inside of the Hyperchiller. Now, I'm gonna pour this hot coffee directly into the top of the Hyperchiller, right in here. Once I do that, you're gonna start to hear some crackling. That's the hot coffee melting some of the ice. So here we go. So the hot coffee right now is inside, of course, starting to get chilled by those thermal compartments. I'm gonna swirl it around a little bit. This will help to, cool it down a little bit quicker, more evenly. I'm just gonna keep swirling and we'll let it sit. Now I'm gonna put a timer on for about 2 minutes and we'll see what happens after that point. All right, guys, so it's been about 2 minutes of swirling and resting. So now I'm ready to pour the coffee from the Hyperchiller into my cup here. So let's do that. Now, again, to be perfectly scientific, I'm gonna take this thermometer and measure the temperature of the coffee. The temperature reads low. So clearly the hot coffee was above the high range temperature of the thermometer, and the low temperature is low. And I don't know what the lower bound on this is, but we're gonna assume it's cold. So now this is iced coffee right here. I can add more ice to it like you would if you were ordering something from Starbucks. They're gonna give you cold coffee, chilled coffee, and then put ice in it. Now I'm gonna take a sip. That is pretty chilled. That is about the temperature of an iced coffee I would get at Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. And then, of course, they add ice. I'm not adding ice right now, but you can choose to do that. Now, the Hyperchiller is really interesting. You can do this. You can make a cup of coffee twice. And then what you gotta do is put this back in the freezer. I'm gonna break this apart and show you how it works. And then I'll tell you where you can get it. First, the black container you see is the Hyperchiller chamber. It's got a lid, so of course we pour the coffee directly into the top, and then when it's chilled, you pour it out through this little spout. So we'll unscrew the lid, and you'll see that we've got the Hyperchiller container. We've got a larger stainless steel container. Take it apart even further, and you'll see there's a smaller stainless steel chamber right underneath the lid. So you're gonna fill this with water, and you're gonna screw that onto the lid. Then you're gonna fill the large stainless steel container with water. There's a little line inside of here, so fill it up to that point, and you dump the water inside of the Hyperchiller chamber. What you're doing is you're creating a chamber of ice within this smaller stainless steel container and a chamber of ice within the black Hyperchiller chamber. Your coffee gets poured from the lid into the large stainless steel container. So you've got hot coffee in there surrounded by solid ice on each side of the liquid. And within about 2 minutes, you create perfectly chilled coffee. Now you can use this on wine or other beverages as you please. And I think it works pretty well. Again, that took about 2 minutes to make a cup of chilled iced coffee. It's dishwasher safe. You can put it on the top rack of the dishwasher or put it in the freezer again. And after a few hours, once the water inside of here forms back into ice, it's ready for reuse. So I got this on Amazon for about $25. You can get it on Hyperchiller's website for $30 in the United States. And you know, honestly, it's kind of worth it. It could prove to be cheaper than going and spending $3-4 at Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts all the time. So for $25, I definitely like this product. And again, there's no sponsorship here. It's just something really neat that I wanted to share. So you can go into hyperchiller.us, that's their website, or log on to Amazon. But I definitely recommend it. I think it's pretty cool. So if you like this video or you love iced coffee in general, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.